Hello and welcome to AJ's Vlogs. On today's vlog, which is a series of vlogs to Edinburgh Zoo, we're looking at the yellow-cheeked gibbon, which has got a really goldenish skin. In the video you won't see that because when they mature, the males fully turn black while the females transition to black with transition to golden. They transition to black first, then they transition to golden with only one
So
black
did you manage to
spot
get
on
into
their head.
the swinging
But
club
look
by
at
any
them,
chance when
they
you were younger?
swing so human-like. It's a really
Edinburgh before,
interesting
actually.
animal, and what that swinging motion is called
So cool though.
brecciation, which means arm swinging, which they're really cool at. It's super interesting. Just look at that. And another thing about them is they're found in Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia. So really interesting animal, really cool, and really lovely to look at that human Olympic style swinging. So
Most
now we're
dangerous
moving
thing in
over
Africa.
into the pygmy hippopotamus,
Even more
and the
dangerous.
pygmy
They're not faster than the big
hippopotamus
ones,
is found
and they don't kill
in
these by hitting them.
Sierra Leone, Guinea,
There's
and the
hippopotamus.
Ivory Coast, and they're primarily found in Liberia, in the swamps of West Africa. They are a nocturnal animal. They are related to the normal hippo, both of which are related to marine life, like dolphins and such, which is quite cool, whales and dolphins. And yeah, they're very quiet, shy creatures that won't attack a human. And they have a habit of primarily herbivores. They have, you can see in the video, massive teeth. There's a strong smell in the enclosure as well. Some other thing about them is the reason why they're going extinct is because of loss of habitat, because their forests are being logged and converted into farmland. So they're vulnerable to poaching, and they're primarily, one of the weird things about them is that they're hunted for their meat, bush meat, and it's been described as very tasty. Yeah, similar to a warthog meat, which is quite cool.
These ones specifically.
So yeah, it's a very cute creature. They've been very successful in conservative zoo projects with breeding them. So yeah, um, very well bred hippos. Their species are going up, and they're just cool to look at.
Other animal.
So we're moving on to the next exhibit, and we have the Azara's agouti and the southern pudu, which are the two animals that are meant to be in this exhibit, but I found it very difficult to find the pudu, and after a wee searching I did find the agouti. Something really fun about the agouti, firstly, it's a really cute animal, Google it if you have time, but they are very shy. As such, they're really difficult to study, but uh, the shyness comes from their solitary lifestyle. Um, uh,
There's a
that
couple.
includes humans who feed on them. However, if bred in captivity, they can become trusting animals, and so you could have a pet agouti. They look really nice. They're not nocturnal. They are active during the day. Their population is assumed to have gone locally extinct due to hunting in its home of Argentina. So, which is very cool. And you see here as I zoom in and zoom out, apologies for the camera quality, I'm using some really bad phone. I didn't expect to be using it for footages, just use it for reading. So cute. I really do think it'd be I don't know if it's morally correct, but having a cute pet like that. Okay, so I don't think this is the Padu. I think this is just a deer, yeah. We're going to the gelato baboons, which are, I've been told, not baboons. So there was a wee seminar given, which is quite interesting. So that's a wee fact about them is they're not actually baboons. So you can see the feeder feeding the baboons in the background. A couple of things to note is that the feeder have to keep track of specific baboons, even though they're not baboons, in order to give them their medication. So just like normal animals, they give them medication in forms of food because medication is quite bitter. They cover up, and the person giving the lecture was telling us the kind of different fruits and vegetables they use to cover up, uh, which is quite. Just one thing to add is that this is kind of the leader of the baboons, which I'm pointing at here, and they have longer hair. They're built different, and there are males in this group. But the zookeepers are saying that they're given medication so that they don't go from prepubescent to through the hormonal stage to become an adult, because then they'll be having fighting. So that's just something to point out. Cool. The Gelade baboon is also known as the bleeding heart monkey because it's got a reddish chest. They're found in the Ethiopian highlands, living at between 1800 meters and 4.4 kilometers high. They are one of the only monkeys that specifically eats a specific type of grass and are grass eating, so they've adapted to that. Their bottoms are brown from always, dragging the bottom on the ground. They've got really complicated, I don't know if it's complicated, but they do have a complex social structure, primarily with the female group. So typically you have one, uh, you know, dominant male, a few small males that are prepubescent, and a female group. And so the female group have rankings, and those rankings depend on how many offsprings they have. So if you're a very healthy female that has had a lot of offsprings, you're at the top of the list, and so you would eat first, and you'd have a lot more things like that, a lot more benefits. Okay. Another thing is that because of their complex behavior structures, they've been observed in nature to have cheating. So females and non-dominant males, they cheat. So and they can cover it up, which is quite an interesting find. And as such, there's even an act involved. If the male gets caught cheating or the female gets caught cheating, the male will punish quote unquote the female and act like it's uh, not, a mistake or something. So this is just a shot of their habitat. Now we've moved on to the Visayan spotted deer, which is native to the, also known as Filipino spotted deer, native to Philippine Islands. The species are primarily nocturnal. They were found in rainforest of Panay and Negros, but they could be found all around the islands, such as Siba, Gulmarus, Leyte, Masabi, and Samar. Uh, it's endemic species to the Philippines, so it cannot be found anywhere else in the world. In 1996, worldwide, it was assumed to have 2,500. Latest results show less than 300, and is poorly funded into trying, like the money going to try and keep them safe is very poor. So their future looks very bleak. And now they're only primarily found on Negros, and there's assumed to be two groups of them there. So the footage you've been looking at of the Kuel takes tail swagger is of the Visayan warty pig, probably meaning Filipino warty pig, similar to the Visayan spotted deer. There again, they were everywhere, but in the islands around the Philippines. But now they're primarily, evidence only shows them to be in Negros and Panay. And remember, the Visayan spotted deer is also in Negros, so they, because of pressures from loss of habitat, they have been observed in similar habitats. 95% of the original habitat has been lost,
That's quite a
but
long
they've been, bred in captivity around the zoos, so their numbers are looking good. And you see here the footage of the small, cute piglets I get. And Edinburgh Zoo was very proud of that. They've actually managed to have some
That's the baby.
babies, and they're so cute. But this is where
Not wanting to
the
go out of
end of
bed,
my
actually.
vlog 2 about Edinburgh Zoo. I wish everybody has a lovely day. I look forward to the next few vlogs where
there's
you'll
more than
see
one.
the most
How many
energetic
are there?
rhinoceros as it runs through the Scottish weather of pouring rain, and it looks like it's having the time of his life. Anyhow, enjoy. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.
I'm the fighting.